That was a nice fucking scope. I would say minimum $7,000 each. So you're talking $14,000, and we're not even talking the bullets yet. But $14,000 minimum, probably around $15,000, just for that rifle and that particular scope that he had. A nice fucking rifle, guys. That wasn't no fucking piece of shit M16 or AK-47, which you can buy, pretty much for about $3,000, $3,500. You could probably find them as cheap as $2,000 if you're lucky as fuck. Somebody's trying to get rid of one. But a rifle like what he had, oh no. Something like that's going to cost you some money. And we're not talking $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000. We're talking $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. And that scope he had, oh no, that was a nice fucking scope. That wasn't no 4x10 fucking little Walmart scope. Fuck no. That motherfucker was that goddamn big around. That indicates that's one hell of a scope. And it was long. It wasn't no little.
Because you're an expert now in scopes.
Fucking $2,500 scope. Oh no. Fuck no.
Yeah, I know.
This guy came very well equipped. Whoever helped him had a lot of experience around rifles. They had a lot of experience around scopes. They taught him how to shoot that fucking rifle.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But
Jesus.
There's only so much you can teach in a week.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Or a month. I've seen guys fire rifles for 6 months, even 8 months, that still made basic mistakes. This back then was mind-boggling to me. But you can actually fire a fucking rifle twice a month for 8 months and still make basic mistakes because you're not being properly coached. Or you're just dumb as a box of rocks and you're never going to get it. The mistakes this guy made were basic mistakes. Only beginners make. And a beginner is not going to try to assassinate the damn president unless he brainwashed it.
So the convicted felon here who can't own a firearm any longer is schooling people on the use of firearms. When was the last time you even bothered to pick one up? At least 20 years ago. So just stop it. Just stop it.
Into thinking anybody could do it. And the police absolutely helped him carry it out. Otherwise, he would have never got off a single freaking shot.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll love to hear.
It had to be somebody in the Secret Service for him to know exactly which roof to get on. And you gotta tell me this guy just came out from under the stairs, started climbing up to the fucking roof, and nobody saw him, but yet 2 cops were absolutely looking right at him. The one cop stood up and was looking at him like that, and the other cop was looking at him like that.
Were you there? Were you there?
That was when he was at the bottom, climbing up to the fucking roof. And once he got up there, as soon as he got up on the roof, the cop that did the shooting, he put down his fucking telescope. You can call it a spare telescope if you want. But he had a second telescope. He put it in the bag. He got down behind his rifle. He picked it up. And he watched the guy fucking crawl from one side of the roof to the other side of the roof.
Now, how do you know that?
And then he waited until he fired 5 shots and then turned to the side, popped out his fucking empty clip, threw it to the side, and reached back for another clip before he decided, well, okay, I'll go ahead and kill him now. So the cop killed his fucking ass. Why not stop him ahead of time? Are you afraid he's going to tell everybody it was you who trained his fucking ass?
So I guess that Bob's privy to inside information of the active and ongoing police investigation. When this shit, and the title of this, they do not think Thomas Crooks acted alone. Bullshit. Bob, you're making crap up yet again. A quick Google search shows that you're lying through your teeth again. Because there is no articles of any kind of that sort where this guy, this Lieutenant Colonel Bivens, has made that statement of any kind. You're a moron. Yeah, I can show you right here. This is, of course, this is NBC News. And this was 8:15 last night, updated 2 o'clock this afternoon, 2:11 p.m. Eastern time. So this was just updated not long ago. And you can search through this yourself. Blood could be seen on Trump's ear. Everybody's seen that picture. 8 shots were fired by the shooter, which could change. It says right there. 1 spectator died and 2 others were critically wounded. But nowhere in this is Bob's claim even close to being accurate. Even close. See, there's your snipers right there. Shots of the snipers. There's the kid that did this. And you know, I just don't you know, he thinks it's freaking funny to make up shit. And in a case like this, it's just not it's not copacetic. And as far as this guy learning to shoot, Bethel Park is a community that's outside of Pittsburgh. And it's, I don't want to say it's way out in the country, because it's not, but being the moron that he is, he doesn't bother to take into consideration that, you know, maybe he comes from a family of hunters and knows how to use a gun, knows how to use a weapon, knows how to use an AR-15, because he's been hunting. You know, I'm sorry, Bob, you're not that you're not allowed to.
From the Secret Service or from the police department, which is who the Secret Service used, because there's only about probably 10 Secret Service at best at the event. You section them off, you put them around Trump on the stage for the most part, and the police take care of everything else. But they follow the directions of the Secret Service when they're on that detail. There's no part of this where he should have gotten on top of that roof. None. There's definitely zero chance he should have been allowed to fire a first shot.
Now, the police are extra. The Secret Service is Secret Service, period. They don't contract out their services. or they don't contract to the local police department. They ask the local police department for assistance with doing things like, I don't know, traffic control, crowd control, stuff like that. But the protection of the president falls directly on the Secret Service, not to somebody that has been, oh, hey, you want to work for the day? You can come in and get you some overtime, protect the president. Doesn't work that way, you fucking jackass.
He should have never even got to that side of the roof. So basically, my opinion is
A
you
dumb
got a bunch
jackass
of dirty
opinion.
cops in that police department who were involved with crooks in order to carry out the assassination of Donald Trump. But he missed. You know, you hear people talk about the deep state. Well, you're looking at it.
Oh, really?
The same thing happened in the
Lots of
Las
paranoia
Vegas
coming in.
concert shooting. A very similar situation.
Similar.
So that's, you're not ever going to sell me on any other part of this story.
What's a similar?
Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. That's my latest update. But I do appreciate you coming out and following my live stream. Please go over and follow me on kick.com.
What are you doing on
Find me under the
YouTube anyway?
name
You were going to quit
Bob
YouTube
Love. And the
2 weeks
link
ago.
is down
We gotta
below
go.
if you're on YouTube. Take care.
Some of the stupid fucking things that he says are just goddamn outrageous and piss me off. Because they're always talking about fake news getting out there, false news getting out. This is how fucking rumors and shit start, is because of jackasses such as this that'll get 2 or 3, 4 people to like it and believe this crap. Someone's going to believe this crap that he's spewing. He's going, oh, what's he going by this? All one word, just like that. He's got the whopping, well, he had, I haven't checked recently, a whopping 6 followers, and I'm not one of them. I'm not giving him the number, so fuck him. But if you want a good, this is from his stream. Let me bring it up here so I can see. I'm not going to play the video. And what the hell is wrong with his freaking video anyway? Holy crap! Look at how freaking looks like he's just sitting in a freaking haze someplace. But check this out. This was he streamed this says 18 hours ago. Donald Trump assassination attempt and Joe Biden the opportunist. OPPERTUNIST. Take your spelling lessons from your mentor. Is that where your spelling lessons come from? But some of the things that he did earlier on a couple other streams, I didn't go through this whole but here's his one of the takes that he gave on it. This is one of the takes he gave on it, and I'll catch it on the I'll catch it on the other side. This was late last night.
And I'll bet you anything you guys want to bet. I'll bet my beard getting shaved off that this guy was a Democrat. I'll bet you he was a liberal. And on top of that, I'll bet you that he was gay. And people want to know why people don't like gay people. It's because predominantly all of you nutbags are gay people. It's not straight people that act like this. It's gay people, predominantly. If anybody wants to take me up on that bet, if you lose, you got to come on my live stream and show everybody your butthole, just to prove how gay you are.
And naturally, he's got to throw something out like that. And yet again, he's got to ask to see a butthole. He's just got to. And then during the, of course, he had to go on the attack as well during his streams last night. That just goes without saying.
Drink some more liquor, Kelly Taylor. I think your husband wants to hit you some more, beat your ass in some more, put bruises on your fucking face some more, stupid bitch. See, now that's one person that can't come on the live stream and show her face. Kelly Taylor cannot come on the live stream and show her face. Right now, she has 2 bits. And she probably has a fat lip. Maybe both sides are fat. She has cauliflower fucking ears. She's got a big old fat fucking nose. Her nose is crooked because her husband already broke it a couple of times. Because he beats her every day. John Taylor's a woman beating little bitch. But you can't blame him anymore because she kept going back to him every time he beat her ass really bad. So she must like it, is all I could figure. Otherwise, why would she keep going back? She will never leave John Taylor because she's about 70 years old right now. And in her mind, she can never find another man to love her because she's too fucking old and ugly. You know, the mind of a stupid bitch, a dumb bitch. That's Kelly Taylor. She doesn't need him. But she keeps going back to him because she's a desperate, ugly, fucking witch-looking cunt. And she's a bad alcoholic. I mean, if she left him, the only thing she got to look forward to is drinking herself to death. Popping more pills that she illegally purchased at all of the medical clinics in and around Florida. That's what they do. Nobody's going to mess either one of these two when they finally kick the bucket.
Kind of pop calling out something he doesn't have a freaking clue about. You know, you're pointing the finger at somebody claiming that they're ugly and that they're an alcoholic and that they drink. Have you looked in the mirror lately? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe you should look in the mirror. Yep, you're right. He doesn't know Jack. He doesn't know Jack. And this is a oh shit, what the hell happened there? I must have closed a little dealie out. Now you guys are gonna love this one because we all know the 911 story. We all know what happened in court. We all know why it got drug out so as long as it did. We all know why it got tossed out. But yet Bob thinks that he can tie his 911 drunken, stupid phone call to the Trump shooting. You guys are going to like this one.
And they pretended that it was a hoax. It's not real. It's fake. Gee, where have I heard that before? Oh, maybe when I got arrested for abuse of 911 in Edinburgh, Texas, and I never got charged with that crime because it turns out that I reported the corrupt police officers that allowed that drug envoy into America right past my fucking house, that it was a cop who illegally took over dispatch. That's a felony. And then he committed another felony by showing up and arresting me. And then he committed another felony by giving their arrest to a female rookie cop. So she could take credit for it. She didn't even know what the hell was going on. So Internal Affairs busted several cops that were involved in that thing. 4 cops pled guilty to 3 felonies apiece. They're still in prison to this day. They will be for at least another 5 years. And another cop pled guilty to 3 felonies. The guy that took over dispatch, because he wasn't even American, therefore he was illegally a police officer. Doesn't matter if you're a citizen in America or not. If you have a citizenship in another country, you are illegally a police officer. If you find out that an American-born citizen has a citizenship in Mexico, you can sue the police department and get his fucking ass fired. You can have your charges automatically dropped. That is in the Bill of Rights, and it is a part of your Constitution. Matter of fact, it's number 6 on the list.
Okay. Now we're going to get him. It's number 6 on the list. Can back that up just a little bit.
That is in the Bill of Rights, and it is a part of your Constitution. Matter of fact, it's number 6 on the list.
Let's go take a look at number 6 in the Bill of Rights, shall we? Here we've got, this is from the Bill of Rights Institute.org. This is a copy of the Bill of Rights. It's not the one that's all squiggly. This is typed up so you can, it's easier, a little easier to read. So let's go. There's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and he said 6th. Well, here's the 6th, right here. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the true nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. This has got nothing to do with what he's yammering on about. He threw that in there because he thinks it makes him look smart. He really does. He thinks by saying this has to do with the right to a speedy trial. It doesn't have to do with snitching off police officers. Now, if he did snitch off a bunch of police officers, like he's claiming, and he says that they're going to be in prison for the next few years, I think it's about time you start looking for a place to move to, because those cops are going to get out and they're going to be fucking pissed. And who are they going to be pissed at? They're going to be pissed at this guy. But we all know it's bullshit. We all know it's horse shit. And we all know that the only thing that did happen was Bob got arrested for abuse of the 911 system because he called some people up in a drunken stupor like he always does and was using incredibly foul language. So let's continue on with this, how he's trying to tie in his 911 call to the Donald Trump shooting.
So it pays to know your Bill of Rights, all of them, especially the first 10, because that's your Constitution. But he was deported, never allowed to return back to America. That's where I've heard that before. Because that's the exact quote he was telling me. Where's the drug armada? I don't see it. Where's it at? Is it over there? No, I don't see it over there. Is it over there? No, I don't see it over there. And he kept on and on and on and on like a fucking dumbass on drugs, standing on top of a fucking chair on my porch, by the way. Oh, boy, when those investigators saw that, they knew he was a fucking nutcase. They even admitted it to me. That's why I didn't sue that city, because they actually took care of the problem like I requested. And they dropped charges against me that weren't going anywhere anyway, because they were fictitious charges. And then when the state DEA got a hold of me and they wanted to know if I even had any clue where the drug armada was supposedly going, I told them exactly whose property it fucking went to. That shut them the fuck up. So they didn't know who they was messing with. That's the problem. I was way ahead of that ball game. So I recognize it when you're telling a cop there's a guy over there with a fucking rifle climbing up to the top of that roof. Gee, you think he might be going to shoot Donald Trump? And the cop not even paying any attention to what these people are saying. Just totally fucking ignoring it. I guarantee you 100% of the time, the cops are involved in that crime, whatever it is. I guarantee it. And there had to be several of them involved, at least the two on the roof, the two, the one guy told, the two, the other guy told, the two, the whole family.
100% they were involved. 100%. So now I'm going to jump over. And again, this is something that he pulled this on that stream last night because he just can't resist making up his freaking horseshit lies. And he was yammering on about John and Kelly. So why? And he didn't leave me out of it. So that's what this one is. But mine's a little bit longer than theirs was. So I love this too because he makes up so much crap in here. It's just fucking hilarious.
Harry Brogan, who can barely get out of his fucking seat anymore. Y'all seen when he came on in my live stream several days ago? He looked like he was about to have another fucking heart attack, didn't he? I mean, he couldn't even speak at certain points, and he would just turn his head down and go, That was Harry Brogan. I think he's going to die before the FBI arrests him.
I certainly hope I die before the FBI arrests me. I think he got that much right. And why do I say that? Because the FBI is not going to come and arrest me. That's the funny part. You can sit over there and talk all the crap you want to. The nice thing about it is, and I want you to keep doing it. I want you to do it as often as you can. I want you to dedicate whole streams to me. Because guess where they're going now? I'll give you a guess, and you can figure that out for yourself. I think you might be smart enough. You might be smart enough to figure that out.
As a serial killer, I really do. I think he's going to end up having another fucking heart attack, and he's going to die right there in Lincoln, Nebraska, where he lives now.
Yep. Well, that much is probably right.
With his boyfriend.
Oh, now I've got a boyfriend.
Gender motherfucker. Who's 31 years old. Yeah.
I've got a 31-year-old boyfriend now. Wow.
He's 67 years old. He's pushing 70, his damn self. And his little boy lover, who he claimed was his wife for many years, turns out that she was born a male. She's a man. His son belongs to another person, not that person. This man, transvestite, transgender motherfucker, has a daughter who they took very illicit pictures of. And I mean very bad pictures. And Harry Brogan used to have them up there on X. Why don't you put them back up, Harry? Why did you take down those pictures of the little 10-year-old girl who's the daughter of the transgender motherfucker that you live with now?
Okay, so first it was a son, now it's a daughter, and now they're 10 years old. So which story are you going to stick with? Which one are you going to stick with? Which lie are you going to glom onto this time? Because you forget what you say from minute to minute. So,
and this is his last place to live. If he loses his place to live, he goes homeless. Nobody else wants to take his old ugly ass in.
yeah, sorry, moron. I'm not in the same boat that you are.
I mean, no gay guy would want him for that purpose. His butthole's blown the fuck out, and he's 67 years old.
Thank goodness that no gay guy wants me, because I don't think I'd want a gay guy either, because I'm not gay.
He just got through having a massive heart attack after I exposed him for being a serial killer, and now he's under investigation in over 14 states.
Now, you had nothing to do with me having a massive heart attack last year. That was June 26th last year. And I'm honest with people when I say this, because I got no reason to lie. You do. You think it's fucking funny that somebody had a heart attack. So you jump on and try to get it to twist around to your narrative, which is a crock of shit. 50 years of smoking gave me a heart attack. Your little panty-anty bullcrap doesn't even affect me, let alone sitting in this chair. Yeah, I'm sitting in the chair right now because I'm inside. But anybody can go to this channel that I'm on right now, click on the videos and scroll down. You can see that I go out a lot. A lot. I'm out on that trike a whole lot. You've seen it. I know you've seen the videos. So you think I'm not healthy? I'm 67 years old. That's 10 years older than you are. And I know I don't look near as bad as you do. When was the last time you got up and did a video where you actually walked around? When was the last time you did a video where you, I don't know, showed the place where you live? Never, because you're too embarrassed to show it. I've showed mine multiple times. You don't want to show yours, because it's a little bitty room. You got to walk down the hall to go to the bathroom. You got to walk down the hall to make a meal, unless you're using a microwave and a hot plate in your room, which then that's a possibility. You don't have kitchen facilities. I got a kitchen and a stove. I got a microwave. You know how to operate a microwave, though. Got a double sink. Yeah, buddy, I got my shit. Yeah, he's projecting. He loves to project his shit. Yeah, we'll keep. We only got about a.
And by the FBI.
Oh, and by the FBI. I forgot I was under investigation by them.
Nobody who's gay wants to take him in, because they already know that he has a history of stalking and murdering gay men. He is living in the last place that he's got to go to. The mother of his son kicked him out of the fucking house. First, she moved out and told him he had to leave, And then he left and got in with his old boyfriend. And then she moved back into the house. That's how that went down. So I know who his ex, I don't know if they were ever married. I don't think they were married, but we'll call her his ex-wife, his real ex-wife, who actually gave birth to his fucking son. But the little bitch that he's living with now is not, and was never born a female, and could never have a baby. But when he was still a man, he was married to a woman who gave birth to his daughter. And she has custody of her right now. He lost custody after those pictures were revealed on the internet. See, can't keep custody of a child if you're going to expose them to pornography and illicit pictures in a bikini, you know, like up on her knees, posing with her butt arched up in the air, and she's holding onto the back of the couch like that. Now, pictures like that will relieve you of custody of that child. But this is his last holdout, his last hope. And he looks like he's about to have another heart attack. But why is that? Because he keeps coming over here fucking with my channel. Just like all these fucking dweebs.
Yep, and you know what? And I'm going to keep coming over here and fucking with you and keep coming over here and fucking with you and keep coming over here and fucking with you. You want to keep running your fucking mouth? Not a problem. I encourage it. Knock yourself out. Please do. Because every time you do a video, I'm copying if you say my word, my name in it once. And guess where it's going? Guess where it's going? I think you're smart enough to figure out where it's going. You may not be, but you'll become aware of that eventually. Eventually, you'll become aware of that eventually. It just amazes me that you sit over there and you tell these lies and tell these lies and tell these lies, and you think it's cute. You think it makes you look intelligent. When the reality is, well, how do they say it? Lol cow, LOL cow? Because you're good for freaking hilarious boneheaded clips. And there's a lot of people out there that only watch you for the boneheaded clips. And I'm gonna do this again. Oh, let me get over here with that. I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, see if I can do it right. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's check it out, man. Here's my apartment. My little couch. Just a two-seater because this is an efficiency. That's my little bed. And that's the hallway to the bathroom. Big screen TV. Those little things hanging on the wall are those little diamond thingies that Rhonda made before she passed away. And there's my kitchen, kind of mess because I just got done cooking. Front door, there's a closet over there. And a small little dining room table that's kind of a catch-all because I want to get some shelves and put them over here along this wall. Just haven't gotten around to that yet. There's that big empty floor that Bob claims I've got models all over the place so I can stalk people and climb into their dumpsters and all kinds of fun shit. But so, yeah, that's, there's a window right there. And here's another window back behind me here. I've got those blinds pulled because of the glare when I'm streaming is a bit of a pain in the butt. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to have that glare smacking you in the face when you're trying to look at a stream. No, what's that mean? Oh, okay. That's what that means. I don't want to do that. But yeah, John Doe, you're right. He projects all the time. You know, 2/3 of the crap that he says is, even though he's kind of putting it at other people, like Kelly being a drunk and John being a drunk, and but who is it that streams all the time and they're freaking loaded? Who is that? Who is that? Bob, that's you. Well, last week it was Jim Beam. You were freaking cracking that crap pack, claiming that it was, oh, I don't want to pay $100 some for, what'd you say, $149, $148 for painkillers? Man, if you're paying $148 for painkillers, you're freaking stupid. There's no way that you're going to get painkillers that are that expensive. And if you are paying that, you're freaking stupid for not asking the doctors for something else. And I've challenged you multiple times. Get out on a bicycle, Bob, and let's see you do half of what I fucking do in a day. Just half. Because you're not going to be able to do it. And I know you're not going to be able to do it. You can't get out of your bed to stream any place. You know, this is according to you, since that's some kind of, what is it, community internet or something like that that you're using because it's free, because you're too cheap to pay for your own internet. How come you can't go outside? You only have one door to reach outside. Probably. Well, the way it sounds like with all those sirens and cars and trains and shit going by your place. Oh, and hey, thanks for sharing your soda the other day, because that just helped to narrow down where you're living at, being that cheap ass soda that you claim was so shitty came from the store called HEB. Grocery store called HEB down there. So that's just helping zoom in on where you're at a little easier. A little easier, that's right. And somebody's going to figure it out, because now you said that you're a couple of blocks from a fire station. You have cars going by all the time, playing loud music and loud cars and whatever else. Then just the other day you were drinking that HEB soda. So you get the gas, you get the fire station, then your little HEB store, and a railroad track. Let's make sure we got a railroad track. And you know, there's not that many HEB stores that are close to a fire station and are close to the railroad tracks. Everybody look. Getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, and by the way, the officer that I talked to here, he asked if I thought you had been contacted by the police there. And I told him flat out, yeah, I'm going, Sunday's going pretty good. I told that officer flat out, I said, oh, I'm sure that Bob's on a first name basis with most of the police departments in that area anyway. And he says, well, yeah, it kind of seems like he's the kind of guy that would. And then the other thing that really just burns my ass is now he's back to this. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, after he's been slamming the United States left and right, left and right, left and right. Putin this, Putin that. I think Russia's better living than the United States. The United States is a Nazi nation now. Yeah, okay. And that one, that's gone on for quite some time. So yeah, he does that. You know, and I think in the next stream I'll make sure that I've got those videos lined up. Because I know I've got the clips. Oh well, here's one from not long ago. I can share this one. Hey, John Boyd, Bill Waters. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good here. No, well, I could complain, but it's not going to do any good, is it?
Fucking A, keep up the good work, boss man. Fuck yeah, I gotta work for that son of a bitch any day. I like Putin. Putin's for the American people.
Yeah, that's he's only a patriot when it's convenient, which means he's a patriot. Just a patriot. See, and then he got you know, there was somebody that had commented on one of the videos about Bob being a diabetic, and had said that person had said that they had actually seen Bob hitting himself with insulin. And I've been watching him for years and years and years now, and I don't recall ever seeing that happen. But this will give you an idea.
I just cut off a bunch of layers and I put butter. So, like for example, if the butter was melted, it would be a layer of butter on the bottom of the bowl. And I put about that much sugar down there too. And then maybe not as much sugar, maybe about half as much sugar, but I layer the bowl with sugar and butter. When my oats are done cooking, I'll scoop up them oats and I put it in the bowl. You know, you let the water come out of your spoon there, and then you're always going to get so much water, depending on how much of that oats water flavored water you want. Mixed in with your oats in your bowl, right? So you get you a good helping of oats, and you're mixing that in as you go, and you get to the very top.
And then I put a little bit, about a small tablespoon worth of sugar on top, and I mix that in real good. Then I let it cool down just a little bit to where it's nice and warm. You can see that the butter's melted in there real good. There ain't no more clumps of butter. Then I start eating it. Oh yeah, it's good just like that. You don't need cinnamon even. Like sometimes I'll put just a little bit of cinnamon in there with it, right? Or cinnamon and a little bit of clove of leaf. Oh, let me tell you, there's so many ways you could do oats. It's just, you could do fruit, you could do spices, you could do, like you could eat it with your eggs and your bacon. Oh my God, you could cut up your bacon. You could softly cook your bacon, slice it up, and throw that in there with your oats. Yeah, and on top of that, you can put in some peaches. It's like, oh God, oats is just one of those dishes, you know. It may be a bit of porridge, but oh, us poor folks, we love our porridge, right? And but the flavors you can get out of it, it's just nonstop when it comes to oats. But when you wake up and you're kind of all the way in the kitchen, you don't want to be in the kitchen very long, you know. So I'm even just 30 seconds longer is 30 seconds too long. So on mornings like that, I just do something simple, and that was a real simple meal. I mean, it takes less time really to do that than to microwave a frozen spaghetti dinner. You know what I mean? It just don't take as long. I mean, you could do it in half the time. And so I've eaten oats like predominantly throughout my life as well. I love oats. So that's what I had for breakfast this morning. Although I'm not having a very good drink, it's considered not healthy. I'm drinking soda pop for breakfast. I said, fuck making coffee. Fuck, get me the fuck out of the kitchen.
So that's coming from somebody who claims that they're diabetic. You know, I'm not. I think this is the one where he had that big wooden headboard behind him. So it would have been after the swimming pool. Would have been after the swimming pool house that he was in. Because he got booted out of the casino place. Then he went over to the place with the pool. Then he was in the place with that big ass friggin' headboard. Now he's in Ghetto Central, wherever that's at. So he's gone through 4 places in as many months. Because it hasn't, yeah, it's gone one after the other, after the other, after the other. And he's down on the last leg. Yeah, this is the 4th place since September, October. Can't remember exactly when he got booted out of the casino, but it's been one. Now it had to be before that because it was really warm when he was in that pool. So it must have been August that he got booted out of there. Did those videos where he was taking a bath in someone else's freaking swimming pool. So he got booted out of that place. Moved into another place, and that was the place with the big wooden headboard behind him. And now he's in Ghetto Hotel 101 with the trains and shit going by all loud and crap. What's next? But I can he claims that he's in Hidalgo, Texas now. So I'm not going to dox him, because he has said it on multiple streams. But I can show this. Okay, this little area right here is the doggo. But he's had trains and crap. He says that he can step out his door and see the Mexican border. Well, the Mexican border is right here, Rio Grande River. And unfortunately, when you're looking around this area, the one thing that's missing is railroad tracks. You can't find railroad tracks, and this is not a railroad track right here. That's a border fence. Now there's the International Bridge, but again, I mean, you can go along here, and you don't see any railroad tracks. However, you do see railroad tracks when you move up a little bit out of Hidalgo. And you get up here around this Highway 83, right up here. You can see these railroad tracks right here, quite clear. And this is really the only railroad tracks that have got enough traffic on it where you would hear a train horn every now and then. Now, he said he lived about 2 blocks away from a fire station. So we go up here to search and we put in fire station. Okay, so we have the McAllen Fire Station. And there's the railroad tracks right up here. Remember, we got to stay close to the railroad tracks. And then here's a one in Far Central Fire Station. And again, it's pretty close to the railroad tracks. But again, they're right up here. And he said that he was about 2 blocks away from a fire station is where he said he was at. 2 blocks away. So there's 2, but remember the other day when he showed that soda, that brand of soda comes from H-E-B. So we look at the H-E-B stores. There's an H-E-B store here, and that fire station is just up a little bit, right close to the rim. Here's the railroad tracks. Because I know this much, he's not going to want to travel very far to get his soda and drinks because the man can barely walk anymore from due to lounging around in that bed all the time. So we'll go back to fire station. Then here's a. Now, if you want to go look this up for yourself, where that railroad track runs along, it's running right along West Business, U.S. Business 83. And here's another fire station, but there's no grocery stores and stuff right close by. So he likes to have that that grocery stuff close by because he does not want to go much further than either walking distance or someplace where he can get a really cheap Uber trip to. Let's see if I can find I got a video was requested. So I'm going to see if I can find that video. I gotta go back in time just a little bit. Where the heck is that one at? Let's see. So, I've got it. You know, and for those of you who don't believe me or who may question, again, yeah, he talks about eating his boogers. I've got that one too. he's scrubbing his dead barnacles into someone. Yes, John, that is pretty sick. And here it is. Check this out.
Not being in the pool per se, just being in your bathtub or in the shower, and you do it by yourself, but you know, you got your loved one with you, and y'all like to bathe each other. You know these little cheap sponges that they sell, look like that. They sell them at Walmart. I think they even sell them at the Dollar General. I'm not sure, but I know they sell them at a lot of places.
Those aren't body scrubbers. Those are pot scrubbers.
They're cheap little sponges. They're hard.
And this is somebody else's swimming pool in their backyard. And this is that little pool that you get into. Some pools have got them, some pools don't. Is that one of those little pools that you get into to rinse off before you get into the big pool? But it's got evidently it's got a little shelf in there so he could park his butt on the little step thingy and shoot his little videos.
They're really a hard sponge. It's not a soft sponge. You don't want a soft sponge. But you get in a bathtub with your loved one, and I'm not talking about in the pool. Just a little bathroom for your information type part of the video here. But don't buy you one of these cheap little sponges. Actually buy you a few of them. You know, you buy them for your kitchen. You buy them at Walmart where sponges are for your kitchen or in a dollar store. Probably sell them at 99-cent store. I don't know. But they're very cheap. But let me tell you the better use for this, besides your damn dishes, is if you're taking a bath. You know, when you take a bath, you need soap. Now, let me tell you a little something about these things. Is a little bit of soap on my skin, rubbing in. So these things, when you use these things on your skin, what happens is if you've had any kind of little itching going on your body anywhere, when you get done using this sponge on your loved one, you got no more scratching or itching going on with your skin. This here just completely revitalizes and cleanses your skin. You don't need to use them every single day. Look here, you can do your underarm, you can do above your arm, you can do your back, like that. Look at that. Just get you a good old bath with a good old hard sponge, not one of them little light, flimsy things. And these things are great, man. Man, you run this over your skin a few times, even one time. Really, and let me tell you, you got no more itching going on. Back, your legs, the whole body, and you do it to your loved one, I guarantee you, you'll never go back to a stupid natural sponge. You use this on your back will stop itching. You ain't got no more scratching going on. That's the fact, Jack. the reason I show that in my live stream is because even though I'm in the pool, 'cause there's a big misconception about being in a pool and bathing. Being in a pool does not get you clean. You still need to take a bath after you get out of the pool. You definitely need to at least rinse off the chlorine. Even if you took a bath like prior to going in the pool, you still need to get in the water and get that chlorine all the way off your skin. So you might as well take a quick bath while you're in there too, right? But and also
So anyway, he goes on and on and on for about another 10 more minutes of this shit. And it was soon after this, very soon after this, that we saw him in the new place. In the new place with that big ass wooden headboard behind him. And I don't know, that place with the wooden headboard. Let's see if I can look here real quick and see how long. Okay, the wooden headboard lasted from about, well, the video clips anyway that I've got. I'm going back here to see where they might have about started at. Yeah, he had a wooden backboard at the pool, but it had, and from the pool video moving forward, he had that backboard, but it had a lamp on it. And then the lamp disappeared. I think. I'm still looking. Well, it looks like the wooden headboard lasted until about April of this year, April 20th. And then because I got a video here that says it's dated May 1st. Bob admits that he's moved yet again. And that's the first time that you see that all white crappy ass background. And now he's really got it bad. I don't know why the fuck his camera's so freaking shitty now. But hey, giving him credit where credit is due. At least he's broadcasting in panorama mode instead of that freaking portrait mode shit that he's done for eons. Does anyone have any idea what he's running now? Well, he has said that he's living in Hidalgo, Texas, and if he steps out of his room, he can see the border. But that doesn't jive with the noises and some of the things that have happened around there, like the loud car noises that everybody's heard. Well, I don't know if everybody's heard it, but that you hear going by from time to time. The cars that are playing loud music and that sort of thing go by. And then you hear a train horn blow. And the fire trucks have gone by on a couple of occasions. So if you go and look on the maps, you're not going to see train tracks in the Hidalgo area where he claims he's at. Like I was showing on those Google Maps before, the train tracks are up by US 83. So that puts him like in far Texas, or even back in Edinburgh. For all we know, I mean, he could be in any one of those places. But there's going to be an HEB grocery store close by. There's going to be a fire station close by, and both of those have got to be close, reasonably close to the railroad tracks. So he's got a room in some little podunk place because, like I said, that grocery store can't be that far away because he can't walk that far. Yeah, he said it was a couple of blocks away. The fire station is a couple of blocks away, so we know that. But yeah, he's just, continually lying yet again. Now he's back to the frickin' gay shit on me for the umpteenth frickin' time. Oh, and the murder crap, of which he has yet to show any sort of proof. So I just sit back and laugh my butt off at him because I've given the information to the powers that be down at the local cop shop, and I send them copies of crap every time he mentions my name. That's another one. So I'm hoping that he just keeps it up. Keep on going, man. Keep on going, because the more you do it, the more that goes in there, and you're just gonna I'm just gonna give you rope. From this point forward, I'm gonna give you rope. No, he doesn't have any furniture. The only furniture he's got is the stuff that comes already in whatever room that he's renting at the time. So whether that's a motel room or whatever, I'm sure that he's one of these guys. Hell, he's probably got a grocery cart right outside of his room, ready to go at any time so he can move all of his stuff. I ain't gonna move my stuff down there to the next motel, down there to the next El Cheapo room to rent. Because you don't have your truck anymore. What the fuck happened to that? Oh, I'm gonna sue them. I'm gonna sue them people that hit my truck and totaled my truck. What happened with that? That was what, a year and a half, 2 years ago? Nothing. The insurance company was supposed to pay for that, and you were supposed to get a new truck. Never happened. What happened? What happened really, Bob? Did the truck just blow up at the gas station and you didn't have the money to fix it? Is that really what happened? And what happened to your bicycle yet? Didn't you have a bicycle one time that you bragged about? I'm pretty sure you had one of those. Pretty sure about that. At some point, I vaguely remember a bicycle, but I'm not absolutely positive. Yeah, I'm not absolutely positive on that. So it's one of those things where I can vaguely remember it, but I would have to go through a whole buttload of files to find it. Oh, dang it. Close that out. I don't remember that. I mean, I know that he had a bike, but I don't remember. I remember the Mexican restaurants, but I don't know. I don't remember the bike for some reason. Now, I'm not saying that it's definitely not possible, but I just don't remember. Yeah, that was probably back when he was reasonably coherent and would actually make sense about shit instead of making up crap all the time. I'll even agree with that, but I just don't remember him. I don't remember seeing him riding to the store. Where was that? Oh, okay, now I know.
I was lying about Harry Brogan and I knew it. I was lying about Harry Brogan and I knew it.
And hey there, Bob. See if you remember this, you lying sack of crap. Let's see if I can bring this up. Let's see. This is when he was in the casino. This was when he still had a little bit of credibility left. Not much, but a little bit.
I was lying about Harry Brogan and I knew it. I was lying about Harry Brogan and I knew it. I was lying about Harry Brogan and I knew it.
This is when he got caught on some of his lies and he actually had the balls to admit it. Oh yeah, I remember the place with all the flags. I just don't remember. I don't remember. I don't recall seeing a video of him out on a bike. I'm sure that there's there, and I'm sure somebody's got a copy of it. I just don't recall seeing it. I'm not arguing your point. And you're right, 2017, 2018. Hell, I used to call him just a BS from time to time. But hey, that ship sailed long ago, since he wants to sit and freaking make up bullshit lies and harass relatives and neighbors and landlords places of work and shit like that. So yeah, he's to be quite honest, right now, if he was on fire and I was standing across the street with a full bladder, I wouldn't walk across the street to piss on him and put it out. Sorry. Well, no, I'm not really, but no, in all seriousness there. But I want you to continue making videos about me, and I want you to continue lying, and I want you to continue calling whoever, because it's showing a pattern of behavior. Well, you've already pretty much shown that, because you were harassing people in Ohio, you harassed people in Florida, you were harassing people in Virginia. And yeah, the cops have got copies of all that shit. So now, hey, it's up to them. If they want to do something, they can do something. I've just gone and done what I need to do. And if they want to pursue it any further, that's on them, because I know that the internet laws and crap like that are changing and have changed and will continue to change. And I'm just waiting to hit the right one. Waiting to hit the right one. And as far as you being on Kick, yeah, you can go over there. Did you bother to read their terms of service? No. Their terms of service are harder than YouTube, and most definitely harder than Rumble. But you were all paranoid because Maurice Delk asked you to come to Rumble, and that must have been a setup. It must have been a setup. Because you're that important? No. Probably because you were whining like a little crybaby bitch looking for a different place to go. And he suggested, why don't you try Rumble? But oh no, you took that all the wrong frickin' way. All the wrong way. Somebody trying to help you out, just like me, just like John and Kelly, and quite a few others. You just blew them off and fucked them over. And you've done that to a lot of people. So you made your bed, now you got to lie in it, don't you? And one of these days you'll realize that your little buddy up there in frickin' Tennessee is not the little buddy you think he is. Oh, I know you think he's all that in a bag of chips. After your little kumbaya. That you had going on, that was the biggest crock of crap. How long was he there? A few hours? That about how long he was there? Just a few hours? And somehow convinced you to flip on everybody that was your actual friend. And you knew what he was like. You'd been shown what he's like repeatedly. But you just had to go and do that flip thing and go over there with him. And oh yeah, I'm going to side with, oh, he's not a child, right? I can't say the word because I don't want the video to get flagged. He doesn't have any child offenses on him. No, he doesn't. That's all fake, made up crap. Oh, okay. Really? Even though, you know, you have seen all the proof, all of it. You've seen all of it. You were in it from the fucking start. And out of the blue, oh, he's such a nice guy. He didn't do anything like that. No. Yeah. Hell, when you first moved into that mansion, you still had our backing. We thought it was great that you were moving into a much, much nicer place than where you were at. But oh no, you decided to just fuck everybody over. And that's when you started lying on everybody. That's why you started frickin' lying on. That's when you started lying on everybody and making up these outrageous stories and calling the cops on people. And you know what? Oh, what the hell? Well, you guys that were saying that, you will be happy to know I found a video with Bob riding a bike. So yeah, I don't know. I just must have missed it or something, or maybe I wasn't following him or paying that much attention to him. And, before he started all this lying on me, I really wasn't paying that much attention to him anyway. So it's not surprising I wouldn't have missed something like that. They can't rewrite history because the proof is way too heavy on both sides. On both sides. So yeah, he's not you ain't gonna, after all the crap that I've seen and all the shit that I did research on that lying ass up in Tennessee, all the crap that I dug up about him, and you think I'm gonna believe what this jackass had to say after a freaking 10-minute meeting with him? No, I know way too much. And I've seen so much. Because I know what kind of dirtbag he is, and I know what kind of dirtbag this guy is. I mean, he got booted out of the place that you're talking about with all the flags and crap back there. He had said that, oh, they're accusing me of stealing food. They're accusing me of stealing food. Soon after that, he moved out. Well, I don't think it was a case of they were accusing you of stealing food. I think it was a case of you were stealing food and you got caught. And when you're sharing a kitchen like that, that's just not the cool thing to do, is steal food, because chances are the people that are living there are kind of in the same boat that you are. They don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of groceries, so they get what they can. And then you go in there and decide, oh, hey, look, probably when you've been throwing down the beers, and thinking that it's okay. Well, I didn't take that much. Doesn't matter how much you took, and I'm sure that's what you'll say. Well, I didn't take that much. Oh, I thought it'd be okay. No, you have to freaking ask before you just help yourself to shit, because maybe they were saving that for something. Yeah, maybe they were saving that for somebody, something else. Maybe it wasn't for you. But I guess that doesn't really matter as long as you got what you wanted to get. So why don't you come up on my stream there, Robert? Yeah, that's right. And it's to the point now where he is so over the top with the name calling and the lies, and I don't think he can put out more than one or two sentences without throwing profanity in there. And the way I was brought up, if you have to throw profanity into a lot of conversation, then you're searching for words, you're trying to use fillers because you're lying your ass off. And I've seen guys like this come and go, come and go, come and go. Said it before. And he's he's heading down the same road of a guy that right here from Lincoln that I knew. I knew him many years ago, and he's a lot like Bob. Really nice guy when he was sober. I mean, really nice guy. His nickname was freaking Smiley. And I knew him, and he was a nice guy. But boy, you get a little bit of alcohol in him, man. Much like Bob, turned into just a big freaking prick that nobody wanted to be around. And I can show you. This is one of the guys that and because the parallels between this guy and Bob are pretty freaking phenomenal. And I'll start off with a picture of him. Okay, that's kind of him when I knew him. He was a nice guy. Had just started drinking. Ended up being homeless. I don't know when this picture was taken, but that's pretty close to what he looked like. But eventually, he went to this. Same guy. It's what alcohol does to you quickly. Quickly. So when you look at this this story, he was from Omaha. He went by Smiley in Omaha. He had a huge laugh and a big smile. Yeah, he did. He's a nice guy when he's sober. The nickname stuck through high school, Smiley. This one Lincoln police have for Roth in their nicknames file. Roth carried his nickname to his grave beneath the Salt Creek Bridge in southwest Lincoln. And this is what a way to be found. People picking up trash near South Street found his remains on March 23rd. This happened in 2010. Last week, police declared his death a homicide. He died of blunt force trauma before or during the last fall. So meaning that this would have happened in the fall of 2009. As part of their investigation, police interviewed about 75 people, most of them transients. His remains were so decomposed, police needed help from forensic archaeologists to identify him. Oh, looky there. He was 57. His parents, Don and Joan, hadn't heard from him for years. In late March, a Lincoln police officer told them they were investigating a transient's death, and their son was one of 9 possible victims. About a week later, an officer knocked on Roth's door and told him the remains were those of their son. The fact that he was gone those years, it kind of eased the grief as far as myself. They opted for cremation. It don't seem to me you can do much with bones, said his mom. He wanted it, and one of his friends wanted to know, why would somebody turn into a homeless guy in Lincoln? He was a pretty nice guy. He was a pretty nice guy. And right here, when Gary wasn't drinking, he was the nicest kid you'd ever see or talk to. Yeah, he was. So, you know, I mean, it says that he got into a fight in a bar in Council Bluffs and he got stabbed, and then he was never the same after that. Well, I can understand that, but what I'm seeing here is some of the parallels between this guy and Bob. I mean, if you want to look him up, look up Gary Roth, Lincoln, Nebraska, and it'll come right up. It'll come up. It's unfortunate, but that's the road you're going down. I hate to see something like that happen to anybody. But that's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. You keep up this kind of lifestyle, let alone taking credit for snitching off police officers and putting them in prison. You think they're going to forget about that when they get out, I bet. Well, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. It's always a possibility. Accidents happen down there by the border, too. A lot of accidents happen down there by the border. Yeah, yeah, they sure like to try. Well, he's neither one of them does very good, I can tell you that. I'm gonna check this real quick and make, okay, this is the one that yeah. Now, John Doe, if you want to be forewarned, some of the stuff in this is pretty freaking sick shit. But if you want to read about Bobby's mentor up there in Tennessee, right there you are. Click that link. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that was all over that that Asgazer, or not Asgazer, just I was reading your thing. That was all over that aggravated assault thing that he got convicted of. He didn't get convicted of the rape. No, he didn't. I'll say that. He was not convicted of the rape. And right after that came out, I don't know if you caught it or not, but it was, oh, that was my identical twin. We were separated at birth. And oh, that mugshot's not me. That's my identical twin. And we had the same name, but we were separated at birth and we didn't get to see one another, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. And eventually he ended up copping out to that, finally admitting that he was lying about having a freaking twin. So, but boy, he sure does. Yeah, I know. He just loves to make up the lies, and I find it amusing. I find it amusing. No, you didn't give me a heart attack. It wasn't because of you. It wasn't because of you. I started smoking at 16. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I started smoking at 16, and it just caught up with me 50 years later. At 66 years old. I was 66 when I had the heart attack. I'm 67 now. And even with all that, I know I look a hell of a lot better than you do. And you're 10 years younger than I am. What are you going to look like at my age? What are you going to look like 10 years from now? Think about that. Look in your own mirror and think about what the fuck Bob's going to look like in 10 years. Seriously, man. You're wasting away. You are seriously wasting away. And I wouldn't want. I'm not wishing that. I'm not wishing that what happened to Gary happens to you, but that's the road that you're headed down. That's the road that you're headed down. That's not wishing bad things to happen to you. Because, frankly, I kind of hope that you turn your shit around. I don't think you're going to do it because you're so bent on being right all the time, and you're not. You're not right all the fucking time, and you hate admitting when you're wrong. You hate that. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. You admit when you're wrong. Big fucking deal. I admit when I'm wrong. You got it in your head for some reason that you just can't freaking do it for whatever reason. But what do I think you're going to look like in 10 years? Yeah, is Bob even going to be another 10? Yeah, you're going to look like that. You're right. You're right. What do I think you're going to look like? I think you're going to look about like this in another 10 years. Because you're going to be dead and gone and 6 feet under. I think that's pretty freaking funny myself. That's a good one. Well, and and the thing about it is, John, it's gotten worse and worse and worse over the years, and it's the alcohol that's just eating away and eating away and eating away. And he's never going to put it down, because one of the first things you got to realize and you have to admit to yourself is, I've got a problem. And then you take it from there. How do I know this? Because I was a big ass drinker years ago. And I quit, oh good Lord, I quit drinking 30 plus years ago, almost 40, I guess, because it ended up costing me too much. So I quit freaking drinking. Hell, I was a hard cook. I didn't drink beer like Bob does. Hell, when I went out, it was Jose Cuervo, straight up with a beer chaser. And it ended up costing me a lot over a period of time. I ended up losing my job, my marriage, my kids, my car. And you know, when you get down and you're that low, I wasn't quite as low as where Bob's at right now, but I was getting there, and I just decided right then and there, you know, I got to quit this shit. Number one, it's going to kill me. Number two, it just cost me damn near everything. So I quit. Bob hadn't come to that conclusion yet. He still thinks it's cute. He still thinks talking about men's body parts and getting drunk and passing gas, he still thinks that's funny. I think he's got the mentality of about a 10-year-old. He still thinks that's funny. He still thinks talking about gay people is hilarious. Yeah, it was a bad spot. Took a while. But everybody else is a drunkard and not Bob. Bob's not a drunkard. Even though everything he does speaks volumes in the other direction. Hell, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if in that video that he was that he's not riding drunk. Oh, yeah, but see that he buys his Keystone though. Real quick, skipping through the grocery part just to see what oh, some Austin peanut butter cookies, those cracker thingies. This is around Halloween when this was. I see their Halloween displays up. Bob doesn't need a mask. That's still in. No, it's like a Target. And flip the camera around. Yeah, just checking out a little bit of the video here. Okay. That's probably good for a few clips. I can get a few clips out of that. Oh, I'm sure he's gonna go get another bottle of that. You can bet your bottom dollar. Make a comment in here, Bob. If you comment over there, I'll let you come up. You want to come up? I'll let you come up if you can provide proof of what you're claiming on me. I'll be happy to share it. But I'm not going to let you come up here and just run at the mouth. you want to come up and go live, that's fine. As long as you can provide proof of what you've been claiming, I'll let you talk all day long. Won't bother me a bit. But I know that's never going to happen. Never going to happen because you're lying through your fucking teeth. Well, I'll be happy to have you come up. I mean, I happened to get lucky because you were streaming the other day on something that you hadn't had me blocked on yet. So I got lucky when I managed to get up there that time. And I bet you got me blocked now because you can't handle me telling the truth. You hate it. You hate it because I come at you with both fucking barrels, man. And I noticed when I asked you about Everett, Washington, and why you had to leave there so quick, you flipped that conversation around so fast it makes the person's head spin. Asking me why you went up there. That's not what I asked. I asked why you left so quick. And what happened out on that Indian reservation in Arizona that you ran away from too? What happened with that? Bet that's an interesting story. Wonder if we can find out about that. Bet I can. I already know what happened in Everett, Washington. I just want you to say what happened in Everett, Washington. I know what happened up there. And you weren't doing work at the homeless shelter there either. You were fucking staying there. So stop lying through your teeth about that. Just like you were staying at the freaking homeless shelter in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yeah, you were. You're damn near staying at a homeless shelter where you're at. Just waiting for that freaking hammer to fall. It's going to happen. Might want to think about getting a hold of Corey and asking where he's at. Maybe you can go up there and maybe you can room with Corey. He's staying at a shelter place up there in, oh wait. Oh no, that's Oregon. So you should be okay being a state away. I thought he was in Washington, but I think he's in Oregon. Too bad, Bob. Too bad. But in all seriousness, you really need to stop making up crap about this assassination crap because you don't have clue freaking one what happened. You have no idea what happened. It's still under freaking investigation, and you're not going to know squat. But yeah, you'll sit over there and you'll make up crap and you'll make up crap and you'll make up crap because you can, and that's your right. You want to look like an idiot? Hey, that's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. And I'm sure you'll go live later and you'll freaking ride on me over this video. But you know what? I don't really care. Because the big difference between you and me is I admit when I'm wrong. If I make a mistake, I own up to it. I don't try to carry on a BS story as long as I possibly can, like you did with your mysterious twin brother. I don't try to carry that, or me being gay and being this serial killer and da-da-da-da-da, you know. Oh my God. That's been funny. I'll give you that. First it was the Colonial Parkway murders until they found somebody that actually did them. And then it was the Delphi murders. I think those were in Ohio. But it was me, John Witz, and Rick did those. until they found out who really did them. But according to you, you'd already called the cops, and they were investigating us in that one too. And they were investigating me in the Colonial Parkway murders too. Amazing how that shit worked out, isn't it? It's amazing how it worked out. One lie after, and I didn't even do shit for those. You did, and the cops did. They arrested the people involved in those after you had. Oh, Harry's under investigation by the Virginia State Police for the Colonial Parkway murders. I talked to. No, you didn't. The Delphi murder, same thing. Well, I called out there and I talked to the investigator on this, and they said that Harry broke and matched the description, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then they caught somebody. Because you didn't do shit. Didn't do shit. And now you don't even give the states, and you don't even give any names. All you do is talk about, 86 murders, investigation in 14 states. Which states? What cities? Which murders? You won't say that. You just sit there and ramble on and make up shit. You don't specify anything anymore like you did with the Colonial Parkway and the Delphis, because you know you're full of shit. So you figure you're kind of safe if you just give a blanket statement like that. When I actually went down and talked to an officer and had him check a bunch of shit. I'm not under investigation for diddly squat. I'm not wanted for questioning for diddly squat. You could be very soon. He's got all the information. You can call him if you want to, 402-441-6000. That's to talk to the detective handling my case. Go ahead, man. If there should be one thing that you learn from that whole experience with your little mentor up there in Tennessee is, I don't bullshit. He found that out the hard way. You're about to. And with that, I'm going to close the stream. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you later.